God put men on this earth to like chop wood, build houses. He didn't put them on earth to speak.
You didn't show up today with HIV, AIDS, any of them deadly sexually transmitted diseases that'll make you die in 2-3 weeks. Put a cell phone like that.
I just felt like it would be a little bit better to take a back seat.
They're not even splitting 50-50 custody. That's where it's like, you don't need all that money.
Hi, I'm Kat for Untitled, and these are this week's headlines for Hotties. Starting with sports, and just about the only thing that's exciting about this year's Olympics, Simone Biles decided to pull out of the individual all-around gymnastics competition team. According to ESPN, Simone Biles has withdrawn from the individual all-around competition at the Tokyo Olympic Games in order to focus on her mental health.
I just felt like it would be a little bit better to take a back seat, work on my mindfulness, and I knew that the girls would do an absolutely great job, and I didn't want to risk the team a medal for kind of my screw-ups because they've worked way too hard for that. So I just decided that those girls need to go in and do the rest of the competition.
According to Forbes magazine, in 2019, Simone did a triple twisting double somersault in her floor routine so complex, judges concurred that Biles ought to earn a J rating for this move.
Critics say that scoring that they have given to Biles undervalues her signature moves, which no other gymnast has ever performed before. Biles herself responded to the controversy on Twitter with a choice word that we won't mention here on television about the scoring. The Federation of International Gymnastics responded to the debate, saying that they considered the risk, the safety, and the technical direction of the skill when scoring.
Basically, they're saying that was way too hard. Nobody else can do it. She's the only one that can do it. So it's considered dangerous, and they need to change the rules to basically confine her to do certain moves. Speaking of needy motherfuckers, Kelly Clarkson has to pay her ex-husband almost $200,000 a month in child support and spousal support after their divorce. They've been married for about 7 years, and they have 2 children together.
They're not even splitting 50-50 custody. That's where it's like, you don't need all that money.
And he's and just saying, the day that I taped with her, that weekend, she flew her kids to see them.
Yes.
And she dropped them off, and she came back and she did her job. And I was like, girl, why couldn't he come pick up? And she was like, exactly.
According to People magazine, her ex, Brandon Blackstock, that's an ugly last name, thank God she didn't take that, requested $436,000 per month back in November of 2020. According to The Blast, the filings list that Kelly Clarkson makes around $1.4 million a month. So I guess the numbers add up, but still, it's a bit much.
Get a job.
I know a few weeks ago, Dr. Dre was ordered to pay his wife $300,000 a month in spousal support, and we're all cheering for Nicole because she probably deserves it. Dr. Dre, on the other hand, has a history of being abusive, so I'm happy to see him suffer. I'm happy to see his pockets hurting. In some more lighthearted news for this week, an armed robber was beaten with an 18-inch dildo at a sex shop that he was trying to rob. Brings back good memories. According to Daily Mail, the saleswoman, whose name has not been disclosed, was working late when the masked thief reportedly entered the store and brandished a small knife. Probably not the only thing small about him. And speaking of men that really deserve to be slapped in the face with a big Dababy went on stage at Rolling Loud on July 25th and went on some type of homophobic rant.
You didn't show up today with HIV, AIDS, any of them deadly sexually transmitted diseases that'll make you die in 2-3 weeks. Put a cell phone light in the up. Lady, if your pussy smell like water, put a cell phone light in the up. Fellas.
Lights up.
Fellas, if you ain't sucking nigga dick in the parking lot, put your cell phone lights in the up.
Let's be real about this shit.
Yeah, keep it fucking real.
Some of y'all niggas suspect as a motherfucker. Let's be real.
And now he is facing a lot of backlash and is even being cut off by Boohoo Men. Not only did Dababy go on a weird, homophobic, and ignorant rant, he brought out Tory Lanez to his Rolling Loud set right after Megan Thee Stallion's set.
I'll get somebody out here $1 million if they can guess who in here. I got $1 million right now if you can guess who. 4 times, Stunner, who you think? Who?
I know who that is. I know who the fuck that is. Let's go.
If you don't know who Tory Lanez is, not surprising. He is a Canadian rapper, singer who shot Megan Thee Stallion in the foot last summer. Despite the fact that Megan has collaborated with Dababy multiple times, he still brought out her abuser on stage to perform. It's honestly not that surprising though. They're both 5 feet tall and both have a history of abusing women. Then the most bizarre twist to this. According to Pitchfork, Dababy released a music video for his new song, Giving What It's Supposed to Give, which is odd. That's a very queer language, queer code that he titled the song. Midway through the video, he holds up a sign that says AIDS. The video ends with a message spelled out in a rainbow lettering, "Don't fight hate with hate." It then continues and says, "My apologies for being me the same way you want the freedom to be you." And it's kind of strange that he's really trying to equate him being homophobic with queer people wanting to just have basic human rights. But despite all the backlash that Dababy has received, he has had some support from a very interesting community of dumb like T.I. and Lil Boosie. T.I. being one of the people that have a lot of sexual assault allegations against him, plus a history of being extremely violently homophobic. And Lil Boosie, who paid a sex worker to suck his son's. If those two agree with you, you might as well just pack it up, go to jail.
Right away, right to jail, jail. You right to jail. Believe it or not, jail.
That was this week's headlines for Hotties. There was a lot to unpack, but if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe and share this video with your friends, and we'll see you next time.